Today we are in Seoul and visiting Haja Center, which is a center that works with young people and also with social entrepreneurship. I'm Julie Tran and this is BonVoyage on MakeChangeTV. Welcome. I'm heading now downstairs to meet Meta, who will give us an introduction about this center, so just follow me. We're actually here with other social entrepreneurs from Thailand as well. What is it that you have in here and workshop for who?
We have students coming from regular schools and they come for one-day workshops. And we have different generations coming here and they build furnitures, they build like funny stuff like this. Yeah. I guess living in a city like Seoul, a lot of people, they are not in contact with wood and they don't have the space to have a wood shop in their house or in their garage, like in Denmark. So this is a space where people can learn how to do stuff themselves. Because there's a huge need for people to learn to repair their own furnitures or building it themselves.
So Meta, you from Denmark and from Chaos Pilot? From Aarhus,
I was born in Korea, I was brought up in Denmark. Yeah, and I studied at the Chaos Pilot. I graduated last summer. Yeah.
So how long have you been working here then?
Almost a year now. But I was here on my internship and I did my final exam project for the Chaos Pilots here. Do you want to see the bike room?
Yes.
This is Miracle. Yeah, Miracle, he is doing workshops down here and he is managing the space and inviting different people, and he loves biking himself.
Yeah, then have to visit Denmark, because we are more or less also a biking country, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So they do different experiments with how to remove old paints, adding new layers and fixing gears, tires, whatnot. We've been so lucky that we are in contact with an engineer, a retired engineer, and he comes here every week, and he loves bikes. So he's been donating a lot of his tools and time to create this community, bike community. Should we go to the other building? This is the summer school and this is the project that we have been working on for half a year, more or less, and finally it started up last Monday. These are some drawings that's a part of workshop exercises that we're doing with the students for them to connect with each other and create more of a team feeling. So we do different exercises for them to get used to looking each other into the eyes and communicating with facial expressions, with body. And so here they have to continue drawing on somebody else's drawing. So they're actually collaborating on drawing.
So now we head into the main building, right?
Yeah. So with the design of the school, a lot of the students, they get involved in how it has to look like. So here's Haja Production School. They made this.
Oh, it's really very beautiful.
Yeah. And it's made out of old posters, for instance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, old posters, and this, they used some of the painting and materials we had used from another party when we made our posters. So a lot of it is kind of like being recycled. Hey, this is Haja Production School. So this is showcase. Normally with in Haja Center, every time you do a project in history, you would be doing a showcase here. So you'll be showing the results and the process and the learning from your projects. And it used to happen here in showcase. Haja Production School. These are some of the students, others are here. They're divided into 3 different medias. So musical performance, filmmaking and graphic design. So they do fun projects, and they were part of organizing protest against nuclear power plants. Bike generators, they go together. What is really great is that more and more people know about these bike generators. So a lot of different organizations come and ask if they can borrow them. So there was a fun protest in the center of the city. And they wanted to play music and dance for the protests. So then they borrowed those bikes to generate the music, the speakers, yeah.
Can I try? You say it's quite heavy.
It's quite heavy.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Me being a real Dane here, okay? Is that heavy? That's not heavy at all.
No, but if you lift it, it's heavy.
Okay, okay, that's what I thought you meant heavy, more like when you bike, it's heavy because you have to walk on it. I love this.
So here you can see ordinary school students coming in, and they're having like career day. So they can try for one day how it is to be a designer. The posters from the Creativity Summit. The first social enterprise here in Haja Center, they basically took scrap and waste and built it into instruments and funny machines. So they go around the world and perform. So upstairs there's the rooftop. Rooftop farming.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love this place. It's really amazing. So everything is eatable. So we're trying to produce our own vegetables. And the students, they learn how to farm here as well. We have a farmer coming and giving classes, Haja Production School. So you can take like...
Yeah. So here we are in Seoul, in the middle of everything, and have an organic garden here. I mean, this is amazing.
But I think this shows a really good picture of how Seoul is now. Like you have the old traditional, like not traditional, but old houses. And then you have all the new modern buildings, right? All the commercial buildings, huge shopping mall right there. You have small local communities farming on their rooftops and really trying to take a good use of the space. Yeah, and this is new as well, the youth hostel. Right down there, you can see a Haja Center. And that's a sexual education place. In Korea, they don't get any sexual education. So that's where they can go and visit and get advice.
Now let's go down because I think the raining becomes stronger now. So what was the story behind Haja Center? How was it started?
Professor Chohan, she is a cultural anthropology professor at Yonsei University. I guess she did a research on young people, and then she figured out, in collaboration with a group of other people, how about suggesting the government to fund a center for young people, where they can have an autonomous zone, where they can do what they want to do, and not only being told what to do by parents, society. So the other building is mainly focused on education. And you will find social enterprises teaching and having alternative schools and alternative educations. So that's the connection. And then here in Haja Hub, we do different events and different community activities to support different organizations working on social issues and trying to make them network and have discussions and maybe even finding solutions to some social issues here.
But now you growing up, in Denmark, it's quite funny we meet in here in South Korea. So what's it like?
By coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. I was really surprised when they told me, met her from Denmark. I'm like, really? So please share with me, what is your experience coming here and working with Korean people and with a totally, I must say, a different mindset than the Danes?
Definitely. I think there's a lot of social pressure here. So people are in general really careful about making mistakes, and that makes them really shy or holding back and maybe too polite sometimes. So when you're asking for people's honest opinion, it's not always easy to get it. Yeah.
And you had an education chaos pilot, which is really about, what I know from Chaos Pilot is really about breaking free and trying to find innovative solutions, etc. like that. So how can you use your experiences into your current job, right now?
I think especially the process semester of the Chaos Pilots is really unique, because we learn how to work with groups, group dynamics, how to create spaces, how to affect a process. I'm using that every day, all the time here. Trying to create a safe space where people, they are able to make mistakes and it's okay, and trying to learn from those mistakes, but also with different ways of communicating, because I don't speak much Korean and a lot of Korean people are very shy about speaking English because, again, they're afraid of not being perfect, not being fluent and making mistakes. So there's a lot of things with communication, some methods that I learned at the Chaos Pilots that I'm using actively here and I'm really integrating in the program.
It was great, for you to take time and show us around and tell us a little bit about
I'm
this
happy
center.
to hear that. Yeah.
Yes, and good luck living here in Korea, and hope to see you one day in Denmark.
Okay, thank you so much and thank you for coming.
Thank you.